All right. Technology. I love technology. All right. Okay. First, did you know that there's a difference between the capital D deaf and the lowercase d deaf? A capital D deaf is a deaf person who is proud to be deaf. They are very involved in the deaf community and activities and planning and education and knowledge, right? A lowercase d deaf can either mean generally talking about deaf people, or a person who is deaf but not involved in the deaf community, probably doesn't sign, might, but doesn't, would really prefer to be hearing. Okay, so when you are reading and you see capital D deaf, then that means that is a very proud and cultural deaf person. But small d either means that generally deaf people or someone who doesn't want to be deaf. Okay? All right. How does a deaf person know if deaf people use flashing lights? Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Boop, boop. Even baby criers have little boop, 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 boop. Doorbells, right? You can get special ones. Boop, 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 boop. Okay? Flashing lights. Here's an example of a house with different alarms. Okay, now the lights are connected to a special receiver, right? You have the transmitter and the receiver. It will have different rhythms, right? So if it's the baby one, maybe it's boop, boop, boop. But if it's the door, boop, 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 boop. Okay, so you'll know what the alarm is for. All right, so here we have the doorbell, ding dong, and it goes out. Here we go, boop, 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 boop. Even up. You can have it in the bathroom, the bedroom. Okay, with the phone ringing. How does a deaf person wake up? How? They can't hear the alarm. Again, lights. Boop, 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 boop. So you can use lights. You also have an alarm clock, right? Called the sonic boom. It is so loud. Hard of hearing people use this a lot, right? But there's also a special little connection, a little about the size of your fist, right? That connects to the alarm clock, right? So here, okay? It's a vibrator. It is so strong that you don't put it under your pillow. You put it under your bed, like the mattress, and then it's that strong. How does a deaf person watch TV or movies? Right, the little words that go across, right, the little words, those are called captions, right? Captions, CC, closed captions. Okay. So we have closed captions. They're called closed captions because they're closed. You had to go into the menu and select it and open them to be able to see them. Yes? Closed captions. All right. Did you know that we also have open captions? Open captions are open. They're there on the screen. You can't take them off. They're very useful with movie theaters, right? Oftentimes, a movie theater, if they're like really awesome, will advertise that they're going to have a movie on a specific day, on a specific time, and it'll have open captions, which means even if you don't want them there, they're going to be there, right? And you can watch the movie in a theater with captions. Awesome. Closed captions and open captions. All right. How do we make phone calls? Nowadays, with a VP, a videophone. Before, just in the last little while, probably 15 years, this has been outdated, the TTY. Boop, 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 boop. It's really cool. We're still going to talk about it. The TTY, think of it as like the first texting machine. You know that? Okay, so deaf people were the first ones to text. So, all right, how did it work? You have your typewriter, right? Little typewriter. So cool. See the couplers? Right? That's where you put your phone, right? Do you know what a phone looks like? I hope so. It looks like this. And you take it off and you put it on there. Okay? And then you would type in or dial the phone number you wanted. Right? And then your friend would answer and you could read what they said. And then my turn. Now, we had to take turns. Yeah? So when I say everything, all I want to say, I say GA, go ahead. Then it's my friend's turn, and they type. If they're like really long, really cool, they had a printer right here. And the paper would go, you can go make a sandwich, come back and read it. All right? So then when they were done, GA, my turn. It takes a really long time. Now, with the videophone, same time, we can see each other. Awesome. All right. The TTY was invented by Robert Wright. Here he is, Robert Wright. And in the 1960s, wow, a while ago, the original ones were super heavy. I have a deaf friend, she's a CODA, which means her parents are deaf. And she remembers her parents having a TTY, really old. Here's a picture, right? Whoa. Big and heavy, and they would type and it would shake the whole house. Boom, 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 boom. Wow. Now they're in the Smithsonian Museum. Ta-da. Right? Okay. Now what if you had a friend you wanted to call who's deaf, but you don't have a TTY? What do you do? I've had this experience, right? So here's you, and here's your deaf friend. This is a relay operator, okay? He has a TTY. He's also hearing. So you call the special number. You call the special number. He answers, and you give him the phone number that you want. He will call them. Your deaf friend will type, and your operator will read what he says. Then you say what you want, Do, 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 do. Now remember, with the TTY conversation, you have to wait your turn, right? And you say GA to go ahead. When you're done, SK. Stop keying. SK. Now we have the video phone. Awesome. You can do it on your computer, you can do it with your TV. My mother-in-law has a VP. All you need is high-speed internet. That's all you need. You can hook it up to your TV. When you see it ringing with lights, then you switch the source and you can see who's calling. It's awesome. All right. A lot of people say it's like FaceTime or Skype, like that. All right. But again, what if you have a deaf friend, but you don't have a video phone? Because most likely you don't. All right. Here's your operator. Then now they sign, right? Here's you with your phone and your deaf friend, right? Your friend is going to sign. You have an interpreter who's going to tell you what he signed, and you talk and he'll sign, do, do, do. Now this one is real time. That poor interpreter has to hear you sign it while he's watching him sign and speak, right? A little bit crazy. But nice, real time. You can have actual like facial expressions. Yeah. If you don't have a video phone, you can go to your local deaf center and maybe, hopefully, they have one. This one is in St. George, Utah. But I do know that Taylorsville, Utah has a deaf center as well, Videophone booth. What do you think? All right. Technology.